Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Before we start, please hit the like button and subscribe for more. The Young and the Restless Spoilers for Wednesday, November 12th reveal that Billy will betray Sally Spectra while Nick Newman horrifies Sienna Bacall with wild Matt Clark aka Mitch Bacall stories. After witnessing Sienna and Noah Newman's kiss at the hospital, Nick will enter the room and push for some answers. Noah and Sienna won't be very forthcoming when it comes to just how deep their relationship goes or how long it's been happening. Nick will eventually shift gears and decide to open Sienna's eyes to just how dangerous her husband really is. Sienna already seems to realize that on some level, but Nick's about to kick her concerns up a notch with the whole truth. Nick will assure Sienna that there's no doubt in his mind when it comes to Mitch being the infamous Matt Clark. Sienna will get updates on Matt's wicked history and all the awful things he's done to Nick along with Newman, Sharon case. Of course, Noah's in for a shock of his own when he realizes Mitch is actually Matt and has quite a past with his parents. At the Shadow Room, Y&R spoilers say Matt's fury will threaten to boil over during his confrontation with Sharon. Although Sharon will keep accusing Matt of causing Noah's crash, he'll deliver a stern warning for her to back off. Sharon will deliver a warning of her own as she works to protect her family from any more harm. There will be some heated moments on both sides as Sharon and Matt's fight escalates. Back in Genoa City, Billy will betray Sally by breaking a vow he made to her. Since it looks like Billy's about to provoke Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, and Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, he'll go against the promise he made about focusing on Abbott Communications' future. Billy's old vendetta may rear its ugly head and leave him fixated on going after the Newmans once again. Sally won't be pleased over Billy entering another round of this feud and putting their company at risk as a result. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Sally will face some bad news regarding Billy and his latest Newman beef soon, so stay tuned. Billy is on the phone in crimson lights, hyping the launch of Abbott Communications to a journalist. Sally mopes in and he guesses there's a problem. Slumping in a chair, she explains that she was talking to his mother. Their one and only investor was not won over by her pitch to bring Audra on board. This is hardly a surprise to him. They sift through the reasons why. Sally suspects that if Jill could get behind them, she could get behind Audra. Billy is less sure that his mother will change her mind. The redhead points out that she was only strongly encouraged not to hire Audra, not barred from doing so. Those sound like the same thing to Billy since he understands Jill's speak. However, he also has faith in Sally's judgment, and he's confident she'll make the right decision. In the middle of the athletic club dining room, Audra and Holden continue their blowout about him, exposing their secret to Claire. He insists that he was only trying to protect them. By telling Claire a very selective version of their history, he may have dissuaded her from digging into their past and discovering things neither of them wants her to know. He's sure she wouldn't have relented otherwise, especially after he took her to the Shadow Room. Audra can hardly wrap her head around how stupid he has been. It shouldn't surprise her because it fits into his MO of feeding dirt to women to get them excited. Now he's given Claire something to hold over her head. Just as bad once this spreads, it could alienate Nate and Amy permanently and get her sacked from her new job. As he continues trying to his choice, Sally interrupts. Holden quickly takes off and Audra assumes she's in trouble with her friend. That seems to be confirmed when Sally takes her to a table and explains their investor isn't eager to have Audra on board. Sally promises to fight for her anyway. Audra appreciates the vote of confidence but doubts it will amount to much. Her friend insists that once the company is up and running smoothly, she will be able to convince their investor to bring her in. This might take some time. Audra will be waiting and ready. At the Newman ranch, Ashby gets off the phone with Amanda, furious. He assumes Victor knows why and immediately accuses him of launching an AI attack on Arabesque. At first, the mustache feigns ignorance and then starts joking about the irony of the situation. He has only done to Kane what Ashby planned to do to everyone else. Adam can hardly contain his enthusiasm and points out how boneheaded Kane has been about all of this. Once Kane leaves in a rage to salvage his company, Adam praises his father for his brilliant strategy. Arabesque will be in ruins in a week, and they can scoop up what they want for pennies. As much as Victor is enjoying this quick victory, it's nothing compared to how much he is looking forward to destroying Jack. Adam heads to Society to meet with Chelsea and immediately fills her in on the attack on Arabesque. She wonders why he doesn't seem happier. He admits that Kane is only getting what was coming to him, but he can hardly say the same for Jack and Jabot. Jack was a father figure when his family froze him out. He'll never forget how much faith the Abbott had in him. For once, Adam wishes Victor would be satisfied with already having more than he could ever need. Chelsea feels sorry for his father's inability to ever be satisfied. Adam continues feeling bad for Jack. His father has already ordered him to come up with a distraction for the. She reminds him that he could refuse to follow orders. They mull over standing up to his father for once. Phyllis finds Kane desperately calling his tech team in Chancellor Park. He tips her off on the attack. His tech team is looking for the kill switch, but no luck so far. Getting philosophical, he wonders if this is just karma. Maybe the universe is punishing him for his hubris? As Kane asks her again to confirm she didn't betray him, Billy shows up to goad them. Having better things to do, Kane trudges off, leaving them to bicker about betrayal as Billy brags that he's already put protections in place for his company. Phyllis hurries over to the Newman ranch to see Victor. She informs him that they are already setting up protections at Jabot. He dismisses that and assures her she will still get the company. Phyllis asks if he is really planning an attack on Arabesque and reminds him that wasn't part of their deal. Victor reminds her that they never agreed to a partnership. Beyond handing her Jabot, he has no obligation to her and can do whatever he wants with the AI. Besides, she's already betrayed Kane, so what difference does it make? At the Abbott manse, Jack declines to join Kyle and Harrison on a trip to the rink. As Kyle grabs his phone, the boy asks if he ever heard back from Claire. Kyle reads him her text and they agree they miss her. Diane arrives as they exit. She can see that their son is suffering. In LA, Victoria updates Claire that Noah came out of his coma and should make a full recovery. She's glad Nick can relax for a bit. But at that very moment, Nick is far from relaxed as he's just slugged Mitch/Matt at the shadow room. Sienna threatens to call the cops as Mitch protests that he doesn't know who Nick is. Nick calls him Matt and unleashes, threatening to kill him if he goes anywhere near his family. That's not a threat. That's a promise, he roars. As Nick barrels out, Sienna asks her husband what the hell that was all about. Mitch plays dumb and deflects as Sienna rails that Noah's parents think he's someone named Matt Clark. He claims that he has no idea why they're calling him Matt. Sienna's convinced something isn't right here. Nick Newman doesn't seem like the kind of person who would punch someone for no reason. Mitch warns her to drop this right now or he'll let loose on the Newman. Undeterred, Sienna wants to know if Mitch knew the Newman before. He wants to know the truth about her and Noah. Sienna claims they merely became friendly because Mitch wanted her to answer his questions about the business. Suddenly, she wonders if there's more to this than a business venture for her husband. Still at the, Victoria quizzes Claire about Holden. Claire admits she's learned a lot of interesting things about the man she's been spending time with. It has her thinking about what she wants and what she doesn't want. She can't help but wonder if she went a little too wild, but assures her mother that every choice she made was her own. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to bell the notification icon.